Hello everyone. This video is slightly different from previous ones. Um, the idea behind this video is I'm just sat in front of a camera and I'm just gonna absolutely yap for however long I want to yap for. So you're not gonna get any dopamine really. It's sort of a podcast, but you can see it. I'm just gonna talk. If you don't like the sound of that, it's completely fine if you click off now. I'm completely okay with that. If you do like the sound of listening to my wonderful British accent and voice for however long this video takes, stay around. You don't have to keep watching, you can just listen. But yeah, this is Yap Sesh number 1. I will probably do some in the future. I don't know how often, and I just want to sit down in front of a camera and talk about what I have done, what I think about. The first thing is the mic that I am using for this video. Not sponsored in any way, shape or form. I mean, I have like 5 subscribers. Who the hell is going to want to sponsor me anyway at this time? But it's nice. It's Comica VMI or something. It's the one that fits with the iPhone that isn't the iPhone 15, because I don't have an iPhone 15 yet. I'd quite like to get one, but now it sort of has prevented me from getting one for a while because this one fits into the Lightning, not the USB-C. But I tried it with a couple of videos recently. Well, not a couple. I tried it with one video recently, and it wasn't working. And I was wondering why it wasn't working. I thought it because it wasn't fully charged, but lo and behold, I'm an absolute melon, and it was because my case was on my phone. So, as you can see, this is my case. It's a bit dirty, a bit disgusting, but I'm currently filming with no case on my phone, which is scary because this case is a wonderful case. It's like €40. Yeah, £40. I got it when I first got the phone, and it's lasted me this long. It looks a bit disgusting. It's a bit dirty. But it's cool. It's from Moose or something, Mous. It's oh yeah, there we are. It says it sort of there. You can't see that, but does it focus? No, damn it. Great case. I recommend it. Yeah, as I said, it's a bit like cracked and everything, but I've had it for nearly 5 years now. 4.5 years. Wait, is it 2024? Yeah, 4.5 years now. But unfortunately, as we get back to the mic, it wasn't working with the case because obviously the case is a bit thick on the bottom, so it just wasn't fully going into the charging hole. I'm completely okay with filming on a tripod with no case though, so it's fine. But yeah, no. So this mic is great. It's a nice charging case. The bit that goes on the phone actually fits in here nicely. You open it. And yeah, as you can see, there's a mic that I'm obviously using here, wherever it is there. And then there is a second mic as well. Great charging case. I like it. Compact. But yeah, so hopefully the audio is a bit better. I haven't tried it out yet, as I'm obviously filming and I can't see what it's like. But hopefully the audio is better, because the first couple of videos of mine, they just were portraying a lot of information, I'd like to think, and I hope if you have watched some of my previous videos, then you've got something from them. Let's move a bit backwards. Then you've got something from them, but the audio wasn't great. You could hear the occasional guy doing his lawn outside as well. Good old Dutchies coming out at 15 degrees in their t-shirts just to do their lawn. Hilarious. But yeah, so hopefully the mic's a lot better. And hopefully it's a noticeable difference. I think this sort of mic I like for now, because I don't have a setup really. Like, you can't see it, but my setup is literally just a tripod, my phone attached to the tripod, the mic in the end of the phone, and my mic here, and my computer next to me for when I doing scripts. This one is fully unscripted. I'm just absolutely waffling. in previous videos I've been upstairs. I have a monitor upstairs, so I usually use that one. But upstairs at the moment is absolutely boiling because there's no blind, no air conditioning or anything, no fan up there. And, well, luckily the weather in the Netherlands right now is sunny, and it's about 23, 24 degrees at the height of the day. And even when it's just sunny and it's freezing outside, the upstairs gets pretty warm just because of the sun. And now imagine when it's 24 degrees as well, it's just unbearable. Like, it's 24 degrees in this room from this like heat monitor thing there, and blimey, upstairs must be in the 30s. I don't want to say late 30s because I might be lying, but in the 30s. It's absolutely mental, which is why I'm sat down here in the nice, cool living room. Yeah, so the weather has been absolutely awesome in the last few days, which is a shame actually, because my sister actually came and visited, and she came on the last day of April, and until Friday she was here, and the first day or two that she was here, it was nice weather, and then it was just a bit overcast. I don't think it rained, but it was just a bit overcast, which is a shame, but I mean, it's May, it's the Netherlands, what do you expect? It's lucky that it didn't rain. But no, I had a great time when she was here. We did plenty of things. We had a barbecue at the start when it was nice weather. That was nice. Unfortunately, she sat in the sun a bit too much on the first couple of days, and therefore got heat stroke or sunstroke or whatever you call it, and was a bit ill for the following 2 days. Hilarious. She didn't even drink a Lemsip. She didn't even drink a Lemsip when I told her to. What an absolute melon. And lo and behold, when she finally did drink a Lemsip, she was much better. Lemsips are great. Have a Lemsip when you're ill. Yeah, no, we had a great time. We also visited Deventer, which is nice. It's pretty, not large city. I think you could call it a city. I don't know if it's a city or town. I don't know how they do that over here. But yeah, I guess you could call it a city. But we went to Deventer for an afternoon. There's a nice sort of lake, park with a lake, a bit like Central Park in New York, I suppose, or a bit like El Retiro in Madrid, but quite a lot smaller. Yeah, about not even 1 kilometre across, perhaps. Yeah, no, I don't think even one. But there's water, and there's a nice little island of birds, which I don't even know the history behind it, but there was birds. Sorry. And yeah, that was it was good fun to go to Deventer. We had some lunch there. We went and saw the River IJssel, hence why the region is called Overijssel, which was also nice. And then we just came back. The trains in the Netherlands, as much as people in the Netherlands despise them, are so much better than the UK. The UK's trains are awful. Rarely on time. In the Netherlands, they're rarely not on time. Excuse me, I need to drink some water. Yeah, the Netherlands trains rarely not on time. Kept clean on the outside, no, obviously, but kept clean on the inside to a pretty reasonable standard. Actually, on the way back to Deventer, we took a slightly different train. On the train there, we with the one that goes from Enschede to Schiphol, we took that one. Stops at, I don't even know. Where does it stop? who knows? Who cares, really? I don't want to show off my geography knowledge. But it stops in Daventry, hence why we got that one. I need to stop saying Saying means that I'm not very proficient in English, which I guess is supposedly true. I'm not even proficient in Dutch either. I'm just not even fluent in any language. I said again. On the way back from Daventry, we took a slightly different train, which does stop at where we get off, but doesn't go to Enschede. It does, however, go to Berlin, so it was a German train. I don't have anything against Germans, just the train's not as nice. It was a bit late, so everyone says bad things about the Netherlands trains here in the Netherlands. I like them. They're a lot better than the UK. When I went to Madrid, actually, the trains there weren't great. So I think that you just got to be grateful for what you've got, especially when it comes to trains. And then on the penultimate day she was here, we went into Enschede and did some shopping, which is nice. Obviously, it's not a London or an Amsterdam or The Hague, but a reasonable amount of shops. What else can I waffle about? At the moment, I am doing a water fast, so I was eating horrendously badly while my sister was here. I have not gone to the gym for a week because she was here. I'm not saying that I could not have gone because she was here. I just was undisciplined. That's completely my fault. There's way too many ums. I don't want to edit them out because it's funny. So I had a great time while my sister was here, but I ate bit poorly, bit too much carbs, bit too much sugary foods. Didn't go to the gym for a week, so I started to see a bit of flabber on my belly again, which isn't great for the summer. So therefore I decided to do a water fast, which I was really into doing a 30-day water fast. I did a bit of research. If you're doing it for the first time, which I am, a 30-day water fast is not good, because I don't know the ins and outs of it, and I'm not trying to be a biology teacher or anything like that, but the point of a water fast, or at least the reason I'm doing it, is to lose a bit of fat. I think I don't want to lose any muscle, obviously, but I might, considering I'm not taking in enough protein. But it's also good for you because it clears you out, supposedly. Well, that's what at least one of the things on Reddit said. Pardon me. So yeah, I am. It's currently my second day. I started yesterday. Today is the 12th of May. I started yesterday. My plan is to do it for 7 days, in the hope that I burn a bit of fat. Not my main goal, but just to clear out my insides, I guess. As I said, I was going to do 30 days, but I just think that if it's my first time doing the water fast, then perhaps 30 days isn't great because it is pretty dangerous at the end. And, well, I mean, up until now, I mean, I'm only the second day in, but I've had no problems with hunger or anything, and you can, I have recently started drinking lemon water in the mornings. That's not stopped because I'm doing a water fast. That's still allowed during a water fast. And also, if you start to feel hungry, a good thing to do is to drink salt water, because of that, I don't know if quenches your thirst, but quenches your hunger. Can you say quenches your hunger? Don't know, but quenches your hunger. So I've had no problems so far. I'm sure throughout the rest of the day today and maybe tomorrow and the following day, I will start to struggle a bit more. But I think once it gets to a certain point, then is completely fine. And I won't feel hungry anymore. Let me try that again. I sunbathed yesterday, and I got a bit burnt on my arm somehow. I'm trying to learn the human flag at the moment, the thing where you on a pole you do that thing and you're horizontal to you're on the same parallel to the ground. It's not difficult. I think that I haven't done it yet, so yeah, it's slightly difficult, but it's not difficult to learn as long as you're consistent. And I've only been doing it for a couple of days. The only thing that's stopping me really, like with the human flag, the pulling arm doesn't really do much. The core, everyone thinks that the core makes a big difference. I disagree. The thing that really actually is the problem, well, not the problem, but my shoulder. I don't have injury to my shoulder or anything, but the actual pushing motion with the left arm, because I do it that way, the pushing motion with the left arm is pretty difficult because clearly my shoulders aren't strong enough to push my entire body up. So, but as I'm water fasting, I'll be losing weight. Even after the water fast, I'm going to carry on cutting. So I'll literally just be eating meat and eggs and a few vegetables here and there. Because supposedly you have to eat vegetables for vitamins and minerals. Meat and eggs are so much better, but I don't want to. Maybe I want to start the carnivore diet at some point, but I'm pretty content with the meat, eggs. Maybe I include eggs in meat. Meat, eggs, vegetables, fruit. Fruit's also nice because, well, Joe Rogan, I think that's how you say his name. I don't know. I haven't actually watched the podcast, but supposedly he does a meat and fruit diet, or at least said something about the meat and fruit diet. I don't think I want to do a meat and fruit diet because it's not boring, but I don't know if you can include including eggs in meat. So I want to eat eggs. They're good for you. But so is vegetables as well, and just meat and fruit. I mean, easily doable, and I think maybe I will try it at some point. But at the moment, I'm water fasting. Then I'm just going to eat meat, eggs, vegetables, and fruit. So therefore, it will make me slightly less fat. After the water fast, I might have lost a bit of muscle. But after the water fast, let's say that again. After the water fast, I might have lost a bit of muscle. Not too much. It's only 7 days. I don't think you're going to lose that much. And then when I start eating enough protein but lower calories, obviously you're going to lose body fat but maintain / even build muscle, which obviously is going to make the human flag easier. But I don't think I am not muscly enough to do it yet. No, I don't think I'm not muscly enough. I just think I need to practice because it's less about muscle. I said that it wasn't much to do with core. It's not really much to do with core, but you just have to find the right balance, and the only way you can do that is by practicing. Like, you can't say, if you wanted to learn a pull-up, you can't watch 1,000 videos on how to do a pull-up and go and do it first time. That's just not going to happen. You need to actually go, consistently practice, consistently, gradually get to the step of a pull-up, and then you'll do a pull-up. You wouldn't be able to just do a pull-up from watching a video. Just like you can't, I don't even know, what else can I use in this situation? You can't be the best there ever was at Excel, for example, by just watching videos. Okay, maybe, but no, not even maybe. Maybe you know a couple of things from just watching loads of videos on it, but you actually have to do and be immersed in Excel to actually find ways of doing it and whatever. So the best thing to do is experience things. And I think that's I also talk about this, but I need to implement it into my own life as well. I think with the gym, for example, yeah, okay, I didn't go in the last week or so, but yeah, okay, I shouldn't have an excuse. It's not an excuse, but it was poor for me to not go in the last week. Can't say anything other than that. But I'm reasonably consistent with the gym, so I'm getting there with that. But yeah, the point is you have to experience things to learn things, and I couldn't have watched 100,000 whatever videos on the gym and become a bodybuilder. You actually have to go to the gym and do the workouts and be consistent and eat the right food and sleep and all of that and all of that stuff, to eventually even have a chance of becoming a bodybuilder, because you need to do it in a certain way and everything like that. I need to implement it into my own life, but not with the gym stuff. I am not socially great. I have a few friends who I'm pretty okay with, like I'm okay being around them, but I don't like being in uncomfortable situations. And the only way you're going to grow is if you're in uncomfortable situations. And the best way, yeah, as I said, yeah, the best way to grow is to be in the uncomfortable situations. If you don't like public speaking, which I do not, I just need to speak in public. It's pretty simple. If you, I am very, very prominent is not the right word. I'm very, what's the correct word? Prone. I'm very prone to going red, blushed and whatever in the face in public. It's got to the point now where recently, I did used to just go red, and I knew I went red, but supposedly, according to people that see me, I go red without even knowing that I'm going red. And the only, you can watch so many videos, and I've watched not so many at all. I've watched like 1 or 2 videos on how to not go red so much, and they both just said, you have to experience and do it. And my plan, not my plan, my action plan, I guess you could say, is just to be more social, go to more events. I'm going to go bright red, whoopee-doo, who cares? Like, the thing is, people actually don't really care in a way. Like, they'll maybe go, oh look, he's going red, have a giggle, whoopee-doo, who cares? No one cares. They'll forget about it in 2 minutes. Whoopee-doo. Like, they will never think about it again. So why? They're so invested in themselves, they don't care about you at all. No one cares about you. Okay, with the exception of perhaps your parents and maybe close family, whatever. No one really cares about them. But even them, they don't go to sleep thinking, what is he doing? No. They go to sleep thinking about themselves. What are they going to do? So the only person that actually cares about what other people think of themselves is yourself. Just I need to implement it. I need to stop caring what other people think. I think that I do care what other people think. It's not a bad thing to care what other people think. But just the best way to do something is experience it. If you go red, like me, the best way to not go red is just to go red a lot of times, and then eventually you'll stop. So yeah, that's a nice point there. What else do I want to waffle about? No idea. Let me think. I also have seen, okay, it's been a day of my water fast. I'm not going back to the water fast. It's going to lead to another point. It's been a day of my water fast, and I have already seen an improvement in my skin. Throughout my teenage years, I didn't have great skin. I had acne, but not like severe acne, just like, not like the acne that really like comes up really prevalently, I don't know, but really shows on your cheek. I didn't have that. I just had like here, some, like basically where my beard is growing, or at least trying to grow. But since I've started my water fast, it's a day, you can't really attribute it to that, but I've really seen an improvement in it. And yeah, I still have them. They're not going to have gone in a day. But the only thing I've changed is that I've shaved. Yeah, doesn't really change a lot. Maybe it would look slightly redder or whatever if I still had a bit of stubble. But the only thing I've changed is my diet, and obviously my diet is the water fast. But not eating a bad... Wait, let me rephrase that. Eating a clean diet is clearly the best way to improve your skin. In my teenage years, my diet was horrendous, and that's no my mother did not cook bad food, like unhealthy food. It was mainly me eating the unhealthy food out of my own decisions. Like, yes, there was unhealthy food in the kitchen, but it was my discipline that allowed me, or my lack of discipline that allowed me to go and downstairs, eat the food, probably eat a bit more than I actually wanted to. Like, I see a chocolate bar, eat the chocolate bar, think that was a nice chocolate bar, then see the other chocolate bar, I'm like, ooh, I'll have the other chocolate bar too. How lovely. And then before you know it, you just already consumed 1,000, 2,000 calories and you don't even feel full. Sugary foods are horrendous. And so my poor skin, I always thought that it was my skincare routine or stuff like that. Absolute horse poo. I didn't have a skincare routine when I was in my teenage years, so maybe that's why I thought that. But just clean diet, which I never changed. I was just an absolute noob when I was younger. Went to school, came home, played Xbox, ate bad food, drank soda, woke up, played Xbox, got dressed, went to school, went home, played it. Yeah. Such an absolute melon. What on earth was I doing with my life then? But diet is 1,000%... no, let me rephrase that. Diet is 95, yeah, maybe even more, 99 perhaps, 95, 99% of how to get clear skin. And I would watch, even recently, not recently, but in the last year or so, I would watch plenty of videos how to get clear skin. And it was all like, I mean, it said eat a clean diet, and I was just like, yeah, you can. Next one. Yeah, plenty of them. Eat a clean diet, have a skincare routine, don't touch your face, and all the stuff like that. Like, yes, maybe I've got spots or some spots, whatever, because my beard is trying to grow. I even tried to grow a beard at the end of last year just to cover the spots, and in fact it made them worse, which is hilarious. But yeah, I would see eat clean diet, and I was like, yeah, okay, that's one of the 5 things. If I do the other 4 things, maybe that one won't make a difference. I've developed a skincare routine. I did develop a skincare routine. I didn't touch my face often, and it was still bad. In fact, when I developed the skincare routine, it got worse, because I guess I was using the popular products, um, like CeraVe and stuff, and that was, yeah, probably about this time last year, May 2023. I ordered some CeraVe. I didn't order it. In fact, I went to Atos, which is like Dutch boots. Um, got some, came home, used it, and then like 2-3 days later, it would look even worse. And I was just experimenting way too much. I should have been a bit more consistent and tried one for a bit longer. But now, all I do, and this, I don't think it's incredibly. It's nice to have a skincare routine. It makes you feel like that you're doing something right and stuff like that. I don't think it's really necessary for clear skin. Like, there's more things that are necessary for clear skin than a skincare routine, and that more necessary thing is eating a clean diet with minimal carbs, minimal processed food, stuff like that. I'm not saying that you should eat a keto diet, and I maybe am not the best person to listen to because I don't have fully clear skin yet, but it's really improved in the last day. I'll see how it is at the end of my water fast on Friday, but it clearly is a clean diet that is the most impactful on clear skin. You can have a skincare routine. I still have a skincare routine, but it's minimalistic now. Like, I literally, at night I exfoliate. In the morning I face wash and moisturize. That's it. That's literally it. And I've been doing that for a couple of weeks now. But it got worse in the last couple of weeks. Not because I changed my skincare routine, but because I started eating a bad diet again. Like, I just finished my bulk, and when you're on a bulk, your skin's going to get a bit worse because you're going to, not that you should eat everything that you want to eat, but your skin will get a bit worse on the bulk, and you just have to be fine with that. And I wasn't at first, but I've understood that you just need to be fine with that. But I started my cut first week of April or something, and then it was getting a bit better, and then I sort of slacked a bit with my cut. And when my sister came, I slacked a lot with my cut, and then it got worse. And also, like, sun cream and stuff like that. I need to find a moisturizer with SPF, which I do need to do. Ooh. I do need to do, but I think that the main thing to improve your skin is a clear diet. Yeah, you don't have to listen to me. You can listen to me. I don't have the clearest skin, but it's really improved since I've not eaten. But when I was cutting and I was just eating meat, eggs, veg and fruit, it was getting better, and then it just got a bit worse. Hopefully, by the summer it's a bit better, and obviously hopefully by the summer I am losing a bit more body fat. What else? I think it's also, as I was sort of saying in the last bit, if there is biscuits, crisps, whatever in the kitchen, it's a lot more likely that you are going to relapse on your clean diet. Therefore, don't have crisps, biscuits, whatever, bad food, snacks in the kitchen, then you can't eat them. This is another thing that you want to make bad habits harder. So, if you watch a lot of TV, TV. If you watch a lot of TV, what is a good way to stop watching so much TV? I mean, the most extreme, get rid of the TV. I think not a bad idea actually, but how am I going to watch Tottenham? Yeah, most extreme, get rid of the TV. I don't think it's fully necessary. Less extreme. Say you're watching something on Netflix often. Log out of Netflix, and then if you were to try and watch that thing on Netflix, you would have to log in on Netflix, and maybe that's long enough for you to think, do I actually can I be asked to fill in my details to then watch it? If that is the case, then another thing to do further than that, take the batteries out your controllers, hide the batteries somewhere else in the house further away, hide the controllers in a drawer, perhaps even get like one of those box things that you lock. There is so many ways to make bad habits harder. And like with the diet, you just don't buy bad food, then you can't eat it. If you only buy clean food, you can only eat clean food. Yeah, you can order takeaway, whatever, but there's plenty more things that you can do to prevent that. What's some more bad habits that I can give examples of? Social media, say. Delete it off your phone. Step one. If you don't think you can live without it, turn your phone to grayscale, I've already said. Maybe not in this video. Turn your phone to grayscale, then you don't get lured in by the vibrant colours. What else? Other ways? Yeah, just don't have your phone near you. Obviously, I'm filming on my phone, so it's right there, but usually when I'm working, when I'm studying, whatever, my phone is far away, so therefore it's much harder for me to, instead of just reaching over there to get it, I would have to get up, go upstairs if it's upstairs, right to the other side of the room if it's the other side of the room, and that extra thing that you would have to do sometimes makes it a lot harder for you to actually do it. And, for example, if you wanted to do a good habit, you've got to make it easier. So, say you wanted to read more. Instead of having a TV there, you could have a bookcase there. And if you sit down, as it's a habit to sit down and watch TV, instead of sitting down and looking at a TV, you'd be sat down and looking at a bookcase. And then you'd think, oh, okay, maybe I could go and get a book, or leave a book right on the side of the sofa, or wherever. If you see it, it leads to a click in your mind that you think, maybe I should do that. If you see your phone, it leads to a click in your mind, maybe I should watch social media. Don't see your phone, problem solved. If you see a book, you see the book, you think, maybe I should read the book, you read the book. This sort of thing is Atomic Habits by James Clear. It was the second or third self-improvement book I read. It's not the best one I've read, and that's not anything against Mr. Clear, but the best one I've read is Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. Wonderful, wonderful book. I thoroughly enjoyed that one. I am going to easily 1,000% read it again. In fact, when I just am bored and I don't have anything to do, which should never be the case, but it is sometimes the case, I get the book, ask Alexa or Siri to give me a random number out of the chapter numbers. So say there's 10 chapters, you say, give me a random number between 1 and 10, it gives you a random number, just open that chapter and start reading. That solves the problem of, like, when you are studying, for example, when you are studying, usually you just open the book, chapter 1, start studying chapter 1. That's not a good way, because then you every time you study and you do that, you become, okay, pretty good at chapter 1, but whoopie-doo, what about the entire rest of the book? Then that is why you should just either pick yourself at random, just be like, and then just open there, or get someone or something to tell you what chapter to read. And the best way to do that is by randomizing it. What else? I think my yap sesh is coming to a close. What else can I yap about? I think that's pretty much it. Well, okay, we'll end it there. If you liked my yap sesh, maybe you did, maybe you didn't. It's okay if you didn't. It's also okay if you did. But it's okay if you didn't. I don't think that I can yap that much weekly, but it'll be an occasional video here and there. If I enjoyed that. It's nice to sit down and talk to something that isn't gonna give you like feedback. Yeah, okay, having feedback is an important part of life, but it's nice to just talk, and it's slightly less weird if you're talking into something than if you're just talking into like the air. So that's why I decided to do this. Am I slightly better for talking all of that rubbish? Perhaps I feel slightly better. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Maybe you take something from it. Like maybe you want to visit Daventry now. Maybe not. I'm sure there's plenty of better towns/cities to visit in the Netherlands. But if you liked it, I probably will do one slightly more often. This was obviously Yap session number 1. And whenever I feel like I want to sit down and just talk to something that isn't someone, I'll just sit down and talk to this camera. And okay, I thought maybe I'm not going to edit it, but there is some really long pauses in there that I will have to edit out, because otherwise it's just a bit boring. Like, you're not going to be want to sat there for 30 seconds just looking at me thinking. That's a bit boring. I'll edit the long pauses out. But yeah, so the idea behind this sort of thing is that I just sit down, talk really quickly, edit, no like dopamine sort of edit things that come up or anything, and just talk. But yeah, if you like that, that's good. Subscribe, maybe. I don't even know if I put that in there. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Don't even think I need to. Cancel that. I mean, do subscribe if you like it, but I won't put a button up there. But I will remember. There is always room for improvement.